Okay then, Paul, how would you summarise the last week? You look at the results, and probably you would say the results are disappointing, but how would you look at it as a whole, as part of a bigger picture?
I think, especially the second half performance at Slough and the performance on Tuesday night was something close to our performances last season. The one thing we didn't do on both games is get the actual desired result. So. But I think the results will come if we keep playing with that kind of tempo and purpose, and the lads keep showing the desire and hunger that they've shown of late. Then I think the results will come. But I think that's the big frustrating part, especially Tuesday night was frustrating when you look at the chances we did miss. The chance right at the very end was summed the game up really. I think there was 3 waiting just to head the ball, and I don't know how the keeper. I don't know how it fell into his hands, to be honest, but. No, but the performance, the overall performance, the football we played, especially the other night, was good. I'm hoping that results are just around the corner.
It is difficult when you play 2 sides in a row that basically park the bus in front of the goal, as both Slough and Nuneaton did.
Yeah, it is, but we've got to deal with it. There's no excuses. There'll be plenty of teams. They come into this season with expectation. We have. It's a case where it's going to happen. So, we've got to learn to be, probably a little bit more patient and not snatch at things, when they fall to us. But I think, like I say, the whole game in terms of our performance of the night, the second half at Slough at home was close to the kind of purpose and tempo that we played at, with last year.
Did you give them a rocket at half time then against Slough, because it did change, didn't it, second half?
Well, I wouldn't say a rocket, but I think we just had a good chat and just got across to the lads that this is the FA Cup, and once again no one has a divine right to go through to the next round, and it's football's a funny game. You can play well, as we've seen on Tuesday night, you can play well and not get the desired result. But I just thought that a little bit of tempo and a little bit of something was missing from our game in the first half. We looked a little bit lacklustre. We didn't really pass the ball well. We did create 2 good chances, and I thought with the 2 chances we were a little bit sloppy. So no, we didn't. It's the boys picked themselves up, and the boys understood what needed to be done. But we couldn't get that that goal, and so we have to go down there on Tuesday night.
On Tuesday, would you have preferred a bad performance and a result rather than what you got in the end?
It's a results-based business. Let's be honest. I'm not going to change my the way I think about the game. You give me 3 points any time, and performance a second. But what we did do is some of our away performances have been a bit lacklustre. I've questioned desire and the way we've applied ourselves on a number of occasions. What we did the other night, they looked to that little bit of spirit, that little bit of devilment in one or two of the boys' eyes, on Tuesday night. And the one thing I would say is that the dressing room was probably the best that I've seen it this season. So there were good signs, and hopefully want to take that into Saturday and play with the same kind of purpose and tempo.
Yeah, 2 big and interesting games coming up. We've got Slough, the replay on Tuesday in the FA Cup. Before that, Southport at home, and as you say, it's trying to build on that momentum and what you've been building on in the last 7 days or so. Yeah,
if we carry on as we are, performances really do count for nothing. It's points on the board that we need at the minute. We want to stay, in touching distance of the pack, and when you look at the bigger picture of the league this year, we haven't got off to the start that we'd want, but I think we saw 8 points off Grimsby with 2 games in hand. So it's not all dead and buried. But what we need to do, we need to start picking up wins now, and the performances have been encouraging. More than anything, the lads' hunger, that they've shown in the last sort of 10 days has been very, very pleasing for myself. But we need to, like I say, the lads understand it. The lads aren't stupid. The lads know we need to start putting 3 points on the board now, and not a point. Or the points are decent away from home if we win our home games. But we need to our home games we need to win, and we need now to start to build on that away performance.
What about Liam Mitchell? You said talks were going on in midweek. Is that still going on, or are you looking elsewhere?
No, we're talking. Obviously, we're talking to Notts County, but we're talking elsewhere. It's not a rocket science that we need another keeper to come in while Alan's injured. But Shane's done well. He could do nothing about the goal of the night. It was a fantastic strike. But we need someone in there, to want to put pressure on Shane. and two, if there are any injuries in that department, that we had adequately covered.
Is there any sort of timescale for Alan's return? Because he did say it was about a couple of months or so. So are we getting closer?
Well, Christmas is just around the corner, and we're sort of expecting him back around Christmas time. So it would be nice. Love to have Matt's back. He's a good goalkeeper. At this level of football, he's been there, done it, seen it, and he's coming along nicely from what Simon's told me. Saying that there's a lot of football to be played between now and Christmas, and this was a period last year where we only took 11 points from the 1st of November to the 1st of January, and that's a stat that we want to improve on this year. If we do that, when we go into Christmas time in the pack, then I'll be happy. If not, then like I say, we're going to have to work extremely hard after Christmas. Finally,
Southport then on Saturday. We're expecting a bit of a different game. Southport will probably try and take it to Mansfield, which is a bit different from the last couple of matches.
Oh, Liam, I know Liam well, and his sides will always come and they'll always come and try and attack you and try and score goals. So any team in this level, as we've seen, Nuneaton went to Luton on Saturday, and our report said Luton were very lucky to come away. It was 10 minutes to go, I think, before when Luton scored. But it's one of these scenarios where all I want to do is really concentrate on our strengths and I think sort of improve on the last sort of the last game we played and probably the last half at Slough, and take our performances to an even higher level.
Thank you.